Hey everyone, Mike here, and in this short clip we're having side by side two Asus Transformer books, the 10.1-inch T100TAm and the 11.6-inch T200TA. Both are standalone tablets built on Intel Atom hardware and running Windows 8.1. Both offer touchscreens, a suite of ports around the sides, and matching docking stations which enhance the everyday experience with a keyboard, trackpad, even more ports, and extra storage space. On top of that, both start at roughly $400 these days, with the aforementioned docks included. But there are a few things that set them apart. For starters, there's the size. Since the T100 has a smaller screen than the T200, it was expected to have a smaller footprint as well. But besides this, the 11.6-inch tablet also has a larger bezel around the display, which makes it rather bulky for a device in its class. It's also fairly heavy, weighing about 1.7 pounds, while this particular version of the T100 that we have here weighs around 1.33 pounds. And that's because the T100TAm has a metallic case. Its plastic version is even lighter. The T200 is entirely dressed in plastic with the exact same rubbery and textured finishing as the original T100. The two pack the same ports on the sides, but on the 10-inch version they are spread on both the left and the right edge, while on the T200 they are lined on the left. The docks are entirely made of plastic. The 10-inch model only has enough room for a tiny trackpad, a rather cramped miniaturized keyboard, one USB 3.0 slot and a hard drive inside. The 11.6-inch model is much roomier, with a larger trackpad and armrest, a full-size keyboard, two USB ports and a LAN connector, plus the hard drive, which is a lot easier to access on it, unlike on a smaller version that requires you to take apart the entire back panel to get to the drive. This aside, both devices offer touchscreens with 1366 by 768 pixel resolution and decent IPS panels. The screen on the T200 is brighter and paints more accurate colors according to my tools, but in this price range, both are good enough. Hardware-wise, Intel Atom Z3775 processors motorize the two Transformer books present here. Low-power platforms capable of handling well everyday activities and multimedia content, but don't overpush them if you want a smooth, constant experience. But while the Intel hardware is not a power horse, it is highly efficient and fanless, which means that these devices run cool and quiet. In fact, the only thing you'll hear when using them are the spinning hard drives inside the dock, if you go for those options. On top of this, the two Asus slates can go for quite a long time on a charge. The T100 packs a 31 Wh battery, and that's enough for about 7 to 8 hours of daily use, while the T200 gets a 37 Wh battery and can go for more than 9 hours in similar conditions. There is, however, one thing to add here. The T100 charges via the microUSB slot on the tablet and is bundled with a small capacity brick and a short cable. That's why charging it takes many hours, and using the device while charging can be problematic. The T200 has a proprietary charging pin, a larger brick and a long enough cable, so it charges faster and can be easily used during this time. To wrap this up, both these devices are distinct faces of the same coin. The T100 is more compact and lighter, plus somewhat cheaper as well, as its 64GB configuration has a list price of $399, but can be found for as low as $370 these days. This model is available with either a plastic or a metallic shell. The T200 is bulkier and heavier. In fact, having the slate and the dock together leads to a 3.6 pounds device, which is hefty for an 11-incher. But around $400 will get you the basic version of this Transformer book with 32GB of storage space and the included dock. And that's a mini laptop with a far more comfortable keyboard and dock, more ports and a larger battery. Are these worth somewhat sacrificing portability? I'd say yes, but that's in the end up to you. Of course, keep in mind that these are just two of the available 2-in-1s that you can get in stores right now, but there are other good options as well. You can find all about them on my sites tlbhd.com and ultrabookreview.com, so go ahead and check them out. With that in mind, it's time to wrap this up. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.